Paulo, Ricky, the career is not finished. I have still to go. Relax. Oh. First of all, I want to thank Globe Soccer Award. Thank you very much for this trophy. Very honored. I mean, a player's career is not based on the individual. So all the people that is involved in this, I want to thank them, thank my family. Without them, nothing is possible. So thanks the fans also, and congrats to all the other winners, and enjoy the evening. Thank you.
I mean, when you play with champions, once you're young, you learn and you teach from them because they are good examples and they are the examples that leads the way for you. And you come there as a young guy, you have only to learn, and you bring all this experience with you, even from the coaches, not only from the players, and then also from the club, depending on which club you are. And then you grow as a player. The more you play, the more experience you get. And I'm in a phase now where I just give back. I have big responsibility in a different way. So I play with probably one of the youngest teams in Europe, and obviously you have to be a leader and a role model for them. So it's all about giving back, being an example, and put pressure on these young guys. So you make them run.
I think it's fair to say, with the greatest of respect, this is a very young AC Milan team. I think between the ages of 19 and 23, which I think doubles the average age with you on the pitch, right?
I'm not on the list yet, so it's probably the youngest team.
What does it mean for you guys now to be, let's call you veterans of the game, with these youngsters? How do you go about motivating them? Zlatan?
I think it's very important because once the new generation comes up, they have to look up to somebody, they have to follow somebody, but then depends of which example they follow. And you're not being an example just by talking. You have to be example also by showing, because players can talk a lot, but if they don't show, there's no credibility. So I think in my position now, it's important just to give back. I have nothing to bring in because I did everything I could, and I enjoyed the game in a different way. I didn't lose the passion for what I do. So being an example in the right way. So I'm just being myself and try to do what I'm able to do.
Changed over the years you've been playing. It certainly feels a lot more physical. The youngsters in the game now are going to have to be super fit. I mean, clearly you guys have to retain your fitness as well. I know you've been injured of late. Well, actually, let me ask you, how are you? How's it going?
I'm sharp. Sharp as a knife.
When are you going to be back?
Why, I don't look good?
No, you look great. I'm not going to tell the lie, he doesn't look
sharp.
great.
I'm sharp.
But you're well.
Was I look sharp or no? I think it's very important because when you come in a certain age, all these young players, the game is getting faster, getting stronger. So you just try to keep up with them by being in shape. And I think the older you get, the slower you get. But if you can keep the strength, you keep up with the level. Because the thing is, when you get older, the thing you lose is the pace. So, but the intelligence remains, and you just keep staying in shape and try to handle these small guys running around you.
Who are you talking about specifically?
All of them.
Which small guys are you talking about?
I'm probably the tallest player, so all of them.
So what's been your experience of how significant investment can be in the club and the impact it has on a club, its players, particularly the young talent, and the game as a whole, Zlatan?
I think new money brings new opportunities. It makes different things possible. So it doesn't make things stand still. It makes it develop. So obviously the young players that becomes good in an early age, it's difficult to keep them for some clubs, and for some other clubs it's easy to get them. So it's like a domino effect. Everything goes around. So I just see it as positive, and as long as the game gets better and bigger, because in the end We just want to play the game and enjoy the game. So, and then obviously the interest gets bigger and bigger, and when the interest gets bigger, the economy gets bigger. So,
wealth of money in the game is sort of crowding out the smaller clubs. We've been talking about the investment and the impact it can have, certainly on nurturing young talent. What do you say to those critics?
I mean, it means they have to work more and bring more experienced players to develop the players from the youth. So not everybody will have the possibility to get the players like Ramos, like PSG did. So, but when you have a team like PSG, they make a dream team together. Then you need the structure, you need all the rest, because not everything doesn't happen in 48 hours. It takes time, like every other club. Obviously, the other clubs have more experience, more tradition, so they're more in front of those things. But in the end, it's all about developing the players. So the young clubs that doesn't have the possibilities like the rich clubs, they have to work in a different way, or maybe in a smarter way. But it doesn't mean because you have a rich club, you work in a smart way. It's all about the experience. And when it comes to experience, there is no value, how much it costs, because the experience goes above the value. World Cup, it's about to enjoy. Probably you watch every game, difficult to miss. And I hope the fans will enjoy it, which I'm pretty sure they will. And then who will be watching, I don't know. Probably I will be watching myself training, so.
What's your best World Cup memory, both of you, Zlatan?
According with me, I don't have great memories because I didn't score in the World Cup yet, so that question is for him because he enjoyed the real trophy. So if I have to say where I come from, Sweden, World Cup, US, I think it was, when they came in the third place, so that was a nice moment. Yeah. I come from a small country. He comes from a big country, so he has better opportunities.
I was there watching you. Are you still feeling it? You still feeling that passion for the game?
I think passion is what brings you all the way that where I'm at now, because at 41 years old, if you don't have the passion still, you will not survive, because every morning you wake up with a lot of pain. You have to do your training, then the recovery. So obviously at 41, you don't recover like the young guys because everything goes faster, everything goes easier. So I play my game today because of passion. So also fashion.
Looking very smart.
So without the passion, it's difficult to do the game because that is the first thing you do it for. When you lose the passion, then you lose the self-discipline. Then it's over quick.
Who did you aspire to be as a kid?
I had different inspirations. For me, it was not really a football player. I like Muhammad Ali because for me, you walk like you talk. And that for me was my example. So I tried to bring that on my football field. But if I have to choose a football player, I would choose Ronaldo the Phenomenal because he made me watch football. Because all these crazy things that was happening and you tried to copy, but it didn't work like that. But my real inspiration was Muhammad Ali.
Rumble in the Jungle. Where were you?
Some of it.
You've worked with some of the best coaches in the world. There are a number of fantastic coaches in the audience tonight. Who did you learn most from and why?
I mean, we have my Fabio Capello here that...
He most certainly is.
He made me big, but he broke me also. So one day I was gold, the other day I was zero. So that was how he built me up. And I remember I came to Juventus first day. Everything was hype. Everything was new. I was like, I play in one of the biggest clubs in the world now. I come in like a material room. We didn't really have a breakfast room. So I saw Mr. Capello in there. He was reading this Gazzetta dello Sport. And I was like a fan because you saw this Gazzetta was pink color. And that I saw only from distance. And I found it very cool. And I was like, buongiorno, mister. He didn't answer me. He still read the paper. After 10 minutes, he walked out, and I was still in there waiting for my buongiorno. Then I understood, this guy is for real, so I cannot joke with him. So he put me in a place in 10 minutes. So this is different kind of approach they have, because I like coaches that they give you the discipline. They're old school. They're direct and they're honest to you. And then obviously I had Mourinho that was, I think he's a new version of Capello with modern time. He was something new, something different, and he made me even better. And obviously I had other great coaches on the way, in a good way, in a bad way, but it's part of the path you take. So I learned from every coach I had.
What have you learnt most out of the game?
I mean, the game made me who I am. I'm the man who I am today because of my game, because that's something I've been doing for 20 years. And I had the opportunity to meet great players, to play against them, to play with them. In my case, I had the opportunity to play for many great clubs. I moved around, and I enjoyed the ride, every day of it. And I worked very hard, and I think I did my really best to bring the best out of me. So if I could do more, probably. Everybody would say, yes, I could do more. But what I did. So there is no looking back and saying I could do that or change anything, because I think every player does the maximum he can do to achieve something. And I had the luck also to win a lot of things. So probably the game made me the man I am today.
You were competitive as a kid?
I was very competitive.
Why does that not surprise you?
Why be good when you can be the best?